Since owning a Barbour jacket for the last few years, I began wondering if there could be anything better. So I looked at Belstaff and purchased this jacket over Christmas. It's another waxed jacket from another British heritage label, but slightly more pricey than Barbour and maybe more of a fashion brand. We'll see if the extra cost is worth it and compare it to the Barbour Bedale. I'll go over quality and construction, fit and sizing, relative warmth, styling, and value. By the way, this is not an AI video. I was just recently accused of that for the first time, strangely enough on my other Barbour video. But this is not a computer voice, I just have a bad voice. This is the Belstaff Service Trialmaster in black waxed cotton in a size small. I purchased this personally from the website while it was on sale over Christmas. It's in the style of a motorcycle jacket with a short length, multiple exterior pockets for maps, a banded collar, and belted waist. It's similar to the original Trialmaster, but the Service Trialmaster is cut in a slightly shorter length and a boxier cut, and it has a different interior lining color. At full retail, it's also more expensive than the Trialmaster, and it's not even 100% cotton. The exterior is listed as 65% polyester, 35% cotton, while the original Trialmaster is 100% cotton. So I was worried the exterior might be too thin, but that's not the case. This jacket looks to be sturdy and very well made. The first thing I noticed is how heavy the jacket is. This thing weighs 4.01 pounds, which can be heavy if you're carrying this around for a whole day. This is heavier than the Barbour Bedale, which is only 2.6 pounds, but it's not because of the lining. The lining on both jackets feel equally thick, but I think the Belstaff is just made of a heavier weight waxed cotton. And that makes sense because this is a motorcycle jacket and needs to be able to resist scuffs and abrasions. I couldn't find the material weight of the Belstaff, but the Bedale is listed as a 6-ounce cotton, and the Belstaff feels just heavier than that. All the details of construction come together very well. The band collar has a strap to cinch it down. The belt at the waist is very functional and gives you that taper at the waist, so it doesn't feel boxy at all. The buckle is heavyweight, and all the buckles and snaps are blacked out to give that stealthy look. I think this is supposed to be styled as a police jacket. There's not much visible branding except for that small patch on the left shoulder, which is fairly discreet. The waist belt is removable and replaceable, but it does have this snap-on keeper, which prevents the belt from accidentally coming off. The inside of the jacket has a corduroy lining on the edges, on the inside of the collar, inside of the edges of the jacket, and the sleeve edges. The sleeve cuffs have snap closures at 2 levels of tightness. I have it tightened down to the tighter snap. The brass zipper is heavyweight and high quality, but it's still annoying because the British make their zippers backwards, so the pull tab is on the left instead of the right, so they need to fix that. There's also a nice touch of having an extra layer of fold-over material that covers the zipper and gives it more water resistance. The body is lined in a soft flannel cotton, which gives it extra warmth, except at the sleeves and the very bottom of the jacket. The sleeves are lined in nylon to give you less friction and make it easier to put your arms through the sleeves. And it's lined with nylon at the bottom of the jacket so that water does not seep up higher into the jacket when sitting on the bike. The pockets are large and have extra details. The hip pockets have a fold-over design, so you can just flip it up to hold longer objects. And the left chest map pocket is angled towards you for easier access. And it also has a reinforced gusset on the side. Comparing the construction to the Barbour, the Bedale is also well constructed with nice details, including a large corduroy collar, which can be flipped up for extra neck protection, the neck storm flap in front, large bellow hip pockets, and hand warmer pockets. Both jackets have one interior chest pocket, but the Belstaff does not have the hand warmer pockets. I do like having the options of the hand warmer pockets, and I like the sleeve construction of the Bedale with the warm sweater material on the cuffs. The Barbour zip tab has a convenient large finger loop that makes it easier to grasp than the Belstaff. So overall, the build quality of the Belstaff is similar to Barbour, but just in terms of material, I would have to say the Belfast is slightly superior. It feels like a heavier waxed cotton weight, heavier hardware, and extra corduroy lining. But the difference is very close and not at all a deal breaker. It's more important to determine what style of jacket you want and what extra features you need in a jacket. Whether you prefer a field style jacket or a motorcycle style jacket. But I do need to mention that my Belstaff jacket is made in Vietnam and the Barbour Bedale is made in the UK. I know that will bother a lot of people and may be a reason why not to buy this, but it really did not affect my decision. As far as the sleeves, I think I preferred the Bedale sleeves better because of the soft fabric cuffs and the better sizing on me. It's not that great if it gets wet, but it does help warm up the wrists. Overall warmth and lining thickness of both jackets are very similar, and they're both water resistant and wind resistant. Today it's 37 degrees and drizzling rain, and I wore both jackets layered with a wool sweater, and I'm getting a little bit too cold right now if I'm standing still and not walking. So I would rate the Belstaff to be comfortable at 45 to 65 degrees, depending on layering. The Barbour has slightly more room for layering, and it also has the extra benefit of the large collar to keep the neck warmer. I was definitely colder around the neck while wearing the Belstaff. And the Bedale has the option to purchase a zip-in liner, but the Belstaff does not. Both jackets are handling the rain well. The level of waxing seems to be similar on both. Right now I think the Belstaff feels slightly waxier to the touch, but I think that's just because it's a newer jacket. And regarding fit, both jackets are true to size, and I recommend taking your usual size. I usually wear a size 36 or 38, and a size small in Belstaff corresponds to a size of 36 to 38. So I bought the size small in the Belstaff and the size C36 in the Barbour Bedale. I'll put up my measurements, but I'm 5'7", 136 pounds, with a 36-inch chest and a 32-inch waist. And this size 36 Bedale fits fine on me even with the sweater. I couldn't measure the shoulders because they are raglan, but the chest measured 22 inches across. The length is 29.5 inches from the bottom of the back collar, just enough to cover a sports coat. And the sleeves are 18 inches from the armpit. The Belstaff jacket measures 18 inches across the shoulders, 21 inches across the chest, with the length of 29 inches, and the sleeves are 21 inches from the armpit. So the Belstaff feels just slightly tighter in the chest and slightly shorter in length, and the sleeve length is much longer than the Barbour. I think you could wear the Belstaff with or without the belt, but it will have a slimmer profile with the belt cinched down. I like the overall length of both jackets. They're very close in length. If you wanted a longer length, you could go for the Barbour Beaufort or the regular Belstaff Trialmaster. But personally, I like this shorter length. But the main issue with the Belstaff fit is that they intentionally leave the sleeves too long to fit taller people, and you could have the sleeves tailored if needed. But these sleeves are too long on me, and I'm not sure if I want to bother getting the sleeves shortened. Some people say the Barbour sleeves are too short, but they fit me perfectly straight out of the box. Underneath the jacket, I'm wearing a thick t-shirt from Whitesville, a white button-down Oxford from Drake's, and a medium thickness wool sweater. The sweater is from Rubato, which is a new brand I just found, and this was my first purchase from there. It's a size small and it fits well, but I was expecting a slightly baggier fit based on the pictures from the website on the models. It's easy to underestimate how thin the models are, but it looked like they were pushing a more looser fit aesthetic. But the wool quality feels great, it's warm, and it has a good thickness for layering. The jeans are from Blackhorse Lane Ateliers, a small company based in London, and these are the only pair of jeans I own. It's a selvage denim, fairly slim fit, and I like the high-rise fit of their jeans. The boots are the stitched down Viberg service boots on the 2030 last with the day-night sole. These are also super high quality and built to last. They do take a while to break in, but it gives me a very good level of support to my feet, especially in winter. Viberg is very picky with the quality of their leather, and they use only the best cuts, and that helps with reducing the amount of creasing. The shape of the boot is very unique and very sleek with a low profile. The Vibergs have just a great combination of styling plus quality construction. Prices on these just keep going up, so I'm glad I got my purchase in a few years ago. On the wrist is the white gold Daytona 126509, which I just purchased a few months ago. And with the recent price increase on January 1st, the retail price of this just jumped by $6,000 overnight. But this is something else that just feels like a pleasure to wear. The size is good, it's not too flashy, and it goes with any outfit. Almost looks like a Le Mans at first glance, but this is something you can actually obtain. With this brown sweater, I think a yellow gold would match equally well, but with the jacket, I think white gold looks more casual. And finally, talking about pricing and value for the Belstaff. Both Belstaff and Barbour are British heritage companies. Barbour is slightly older, starting in 1894, and Belstaff in 1924. Generally, Belstaff comes in at a higher retail price, but it also goes on sale more often than a Barbour. That says more about the Barbour since it means that they don't need to mark down their classic jackets in order to sell them. I bought the service Trialmaster from the Belstaff website for $387 plus $10 shipping, and this was 50% off the full retail price. I bought the Barbour Bedale at full retail, which was about $395 back then. So both jackets were very similar in price, and both are a good value. They're both durable, repairable, and will last forever, and can be re-waxed as needed. But that only applies if you get the Belstaff on sale. So I would not recommend actually paying full price retail for this Belstaff jacket. It does have thicker cotton exterior, and the build quality seems slightly better than Barbour, but you're paying mostly for the name brand. I think Belstaff is marketing itself as a more luxury brand and fashion forward, and the Barbour is still somewhat of a utility brand. And if you still want a motorcycle styled wax jacket, you could look at Barbour International for half the price of a Belstaff. And with Barbour, they still make many of their jackets in the UK if that's important to you, but you still need to confirm this depending on which model you're getting. It's nice to know that my Bedale was made in England, but it really didn't bother me that the Belstaff was made in Vietnam. I could not detect any deficit in the quality of construction on the Belstaff. Let me know in the comments if it was regardless of price, do you like the Belstaff or the Barbour better?